Hello there, yarn lovers. It's Gary and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Corner here on the west coast of Canada. How are you all doing? I hope you're well and staying safe on this sunny Tuesday evening. It is August the 26th, 2025, and you guessed it, I'm back home. I've been traveling for the last 3 weeks and I feel a little wiggy right now. You must excuse my voice. I'm congested. I guess it's all that flying in the airplanes that I just did. I have a clogged ear. Occasionally it pops back in and then I sound like I'm underwater right now, but hopefully in the next few days it balances out and I can hear once more. Nothing serious, I know, but I was a mess getting off the plane. I managed to break my glasses and they were in two. Right now you're seeing a makeshift with a little splint that I've fashioned from some electrical tape. And I've booked myself in for a eye exam. It's voluntarily needed because 5 years ago when I purchased these glasses, that was the last time I got my eye exam. So I might get 2 pairs of glasses, one for a backup because, you know, getting off the plane, seeing the world in a blurred vision, going through security, I really needed to rely on Chad, my husband, to point me in the right direction, read all the signs for me, all that stuff. So not complaining. I am just getting a little bit of a wake-up call for reality and what I need to in preparation in case this happens again. An extra pair of glasses would be wonderful. Okay, so what have I got for you in this video is catch up on another city that we visited in the state of Victoria. So I've got a few more videos that I'm going to put together. I don't know when they're going to drop over the next couple of days, maybe a week or so, with other cities that I visited. So this one in particular will be Bendigo, and I did get to the Bendigo Woolen Mills outlet store. So it was one of the things that I wanted to check off my list, and I'm glad that I did. I'll tell you all about my experience. I stayed in a supposedly haunted hotel in Bendigo. I will let you know what happened, so you'll have to wait to see whether there was any paranormal activity. I also have a make-along that I'm hosting right now to catch you up on. So a little bit of admin stuff. I want to check in with you, see how things are going. Also, I want to show what I've gotten up to. I know it isn't far along because I've been traveling and moving around a lot. And all the other stories that I've got to share with you about Bendigo will be at the end, but all the yarny goodies will be up front. All purchases that I mention and funds or money that I've purchased the yarn will be in Australian currency. So please do go ahead and make the conversion into your home currency to see whether or not these are good deals. I think that they are because of the quality of the yarn. So, firstly, let's look at some admin here just for a little bit. I want to touch on the mood board mail that I'm hosting. It's Mood Board Mail Summer 25, and it has a theme this season of my motif. If you're joining in or working on your project now, it is all about your motif. Now, motif is a small design or a simple design that you repeat over a project, and the motif could be anything. So you look at what interests you in your life. Perhaps maybe there's something of a symbol that you resonate with or you have a strong feeling or connection with. And it could be anything from like the animal kingdom. It could be a plant. It could be a special flower. Perhaps maybe you have a family crest that uses something like a celestial body like the moon or a star. Or perhaps maybe your family comes from like the farming community and there's an inanimate object like a plow, or there's something that you're interested in like a hobby, you like sailing, and there's an inanimate object of like an anchor or a sailboat that you want to put in your motif. Then all of those things are up to you to decide, and then you create a work. Now, you can use a pattern out there that already exists, like what I did. I've paid for a pattern that uses motifs, or you could create your own motif, and the project is completely open. You can make anything that you wish. It could be a blanket, it could be a bag, it could be a top. It could be knitted or crocheted or woven, anything that is from the yarn arts. So yeah, I will require you to send in the snapshot of your mood board and the snapshot of your finished project. So let's look at where I'm at with mine. This, if you can recall, is the mood board that I presented in the guideline video, and it's all to do with my nature walks or my forest walks. And I've picked landscapes, trees, and critters. I particularly like the critter, the fox, so that's what I've focused on when I was choosing my colors as well as my pattern. Okay, just a quick mention. Oh, I just knocked the camera, sorry about that. On the pattern that I chose, it's a paid for pattern. Here it is. It's all crunched up because I did use this. I took it with me in my luggage to Australia, and I worked on it just very every now and again. And it's called Into the Wild, and it's by Tania Barley. It uses tree motifs. I don't know whether you can see that. Fox heads and flowers. I like all of those combinations of the motifs. I'll show you what I've done. I won't go into details on the yarn that I chose or the colors. I just want to do a quick touch on like where I'm at. So I'm going to take this off Hank. Hank's my man form. He's off on the side here. So this is where I'm at. As you can tell, not very far, but I am working it top down. Sorry, I can't find my words right now because I'm a little bit kind of fried. It has a rolled collar that I added to the pattern. The rolled collar is not part of the pattern. And I also added in the color in the twisted rib here, 1x1 rib twist. I absolutely am enjoying the color chart that I'm working right now. I've just gotten about halfway through, and the hanging branches with the flowers are complete. And now I'm just starting the fox head. So I just touched on the ears, and I have a lot more to do, obviously. But I'm enjoying it. It's a slow process. Okay, shifting gears here now, let's look at Bendigo, which is situated in the centre of the state of Victoria in Australia. And it was a gold rush city, acclaimed to be probably the richest city during the time in the 1800s. And there are magnificent buildings there. There's a museum. And obviously there is the Bendigo Woolen Mills. I visited there. I absolutely love the store. I've got a clip. I've got actually 2 clips that I will add towards the end after I show you the yarn, so you can see where I'm talking about. And the first one is of me just standing in front of the store and moving into the store. There are 2 rooms. The first room is the showcase room, where all the yarn is in an orderly manner. It's very pristine and gorgeous to look at, all the wonderful colors that they have. And the back room is where they had samples to purchase or knitted garments to purchase. And they had the like discount bin, seconds. There were things that weren't of a proper weight. Then they had different labels as well. I'm not sure whether they actually did all of the labels, ones that I did not recognize. They're all different fibers. They spun cotton. There was acrylic in the back there, as well as some natural, woolen fibers. Excuse me. So let's get into looking at the yarn that I purchased. All of this yarn that I purchased from Bendigo Woolen Mills is 8-ply, which is considered in European terms a double knit or DK, and in North America it is lightweight 3. So here we go. Bendigo Woolen Mills, that's what the label looks like, made in Australia, made in Bendigo. And this one is 100% Corriedale wool. The color of what I'm showing you here is called Blue Gum, and it is approximately 400 meters, 200 grams. Its shade number is 2960. They're suggesting to use a 4mm set of knitting needles. There is no recommended crochet hook size, but I would say going up half to a full size in millimeter would be my recommendation. And then obviously you do a test, you do a gauge to see which kind of like gauge swatch you like the fabric to be. And here it's got some washing instructions. You can machine wash in warm on a gentle cycle. And it also says here, do not tumble dry, but to dry flat. There are other instructions as well, which I won't read, but that's all of them there if you want to take a screen grab. All right, so I got it in this color, and I also got the Corriedale in this color here. Sorry, they're sort of coming apart because the nature of a donut is a little bit fragile, especially when it's been in my suitcase as well. This one is called Iron Bark. Same stats as the Blue Gum. I love them. I think they're great. Color work, as they're all different fibers but all the same weight, I might be able to mix and match what I'm going to show you together in a large project. But I saw a friend that I met in Australia work this up in a Sofie Scarf, which is a knitted scarf, and it looked amazing. I actually got to touch it when I visited her, and that is Simone from Victoria. She showed me her make that she did in the Corriedale from Bendigo Woolen Mills, and it was so squishy soft. Oh, it worked up so lovely. I saw the photo of it on her Instagram finished. So yeah, those two. Now I do have prices as well. I was going to mention the Corriedale was $22.95 for 200 grams, and it's like in a heathered quality. I love it. The softness factor out of 5 being the softest. It's not the softest yarn, I must admit. There is a little bit of a scratch to it, but I'm going to give it a good 2.75 for the softness factor. I think that's a nice rating there. Okay, next one that I have, I'll just pop that in the bag there, is this one here, which was another favorite of mine when I went through the store. Very similar to the Corriedale, same weight, but this one is called Rustic Tweed in the colorway Ocean Swell. It is 95% wool, 5% nebs. Those are the little tweedy bits that run through there. I really like this combination of warm and cool colors in the nebs. I think when I saw the swatch made up of this next to it, I thought, yeah, this is a great color. But I had so many to choose from that were equally as beautiful. So again, approximately 400 meters, 200 grams in this ball, and everything else is the same. Shade number is 949 if you're interested in looking at that. It also has the same washing instructions as the Corriedale. All right, so this Rustic Tweed is $19.95. I love that. Put that in the box there. And my last one that I have here was a combination of the same yarn, same color, but in different parts of the back room, and one which was purchased from, I believe they were all discounted, but they're all different discounted rates because some were second bought back items, I guess. One was not of the right weight, so I got them under discounted costs. So here we go. The first one that I've got to show you here was a second, brought back to the store, obviously by a customer, maybe not happy with it. So I jumped at the chance because I really liked this. It's like heathered silvery gray color. The name of it is called Lexia yarn in a natural color, and it's also 8 ply. The shade number, if you need it, is 2808. The yards are a little different in this one, or meters. It's 380 meters, and in this 200-gram ball. The twist on it looks slightly a little more looser than what I've showed you so far with the other two varieties. Care instructions are exactly the same. Feel of it, same as the others. I'm going to give it a 2.75, just above average. And so I got one that was in the seconds. I got one here that was the full version of it in, I think it might have been on sale in a sale bin. And then I got one of it in not quite the right weight at the end. So it's a little lighter, so not as much yarn, and it's sold by weight. So the sold by weight one, which was a little lighter, was $5.25. And the one that was in the discount bin was, I think that one was $11. And the one that was the regular without, sorry, the seconds was the $11.95. And the one that was in the discount bin, which was the correct weight, has the label, everything's good about it, was $14.95. So little interesting to purchase with all the different price tags on it and different parts of the store that it was in. But I got myself enough to make a bigger garment. So that's all the yarn that I purchased from Bendigo Woolen Mills. Now they do offer international shipping, so once I finish this and I need more, or want to try a different yarn base or a different weight, I'll go back online and order and see how much the shipping will cost. The other thing that I purchased from Bendigo Woolen Mills is some needles on cable, and these were for a project that I took with me. Actually, it was that project that I just showed you for the mood board make along, and I needed some extra needles while I was traveling, and I worked with them. They are very nice to work with, very little memory in the cable, so that was nice. It was nice and fluid, and these were each $6.90, so I thought that was a good deal. Yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you those clips that I was talking about of Bendigo Woolen Mills, so you can get a sense of what the store looks like at the front and also inside. And I'll be back to show you the next place that I purchased yarn from in Bendigo. Next up was a trip to Big W, which is a department store or a grocery store, because they sell both food and merchandise. And they sold yarn in this place called Big W. I believe it might be a branch from Woolworths, but you may have seen this yarn in my past video, but I found it at Big W because I purchased one ball of it with Judy when I went shopping in Cairns, Queensland, to the local yarn store there. And I purchased a ball to, I don't know, just sort of support a local yarn company or yarn store. And Judy has a YouTube channel. I'd like to mention her because she's wonderful. So do go across and visit her there. She's an amazing crocheter and knitter. And her YouTube channel is Judy at Witch Piece Craft. It'll be linked down below in the video as well. So here we go. I bought another 2 balls of this Patents, and the collection's called Sierra. It's an 8-ply yarn, so maybe if it works out, I might be able to pair it with the Bendigo Woolen Mills yarn, because that was 8-ply as well. Even though this one looks a little thinner than the Bendigo Woolen Mills one, I think maybe that might be a compatible match. All right, so little details on this. It is offering up 150 grams, or in other words, 375 meters. I'm not sure what that is in yards. And it is made in India, even though there is a note on here that says the Australian Yarn Company in Bendigo, Victoria, is the place where I guess the ownership of the yarn comes from. Washing instructions of this is gentle machine wash, or you can hand wash it. Lay flat to dry, do not tumble dry. 4mm crochet hook or knitting needles. And the softness of this one, I'm going to give it the same as what I gave the other one from Cairns, if I can remember. I think it was 2.75 or a 3, somewhere around there. So really nice. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And the color number, if you're looking for it, even though they are the same color number, I do see a difference visually. Maybe it's the way it's wound. 281367 is the color number. So there it is there. If you can see that, you see a difference as well to that color. This one feels a little bit more intense than this one. It could be a different lot number. Let me just check the lot numbers. Yeah, different lot numbers. So this one here, the more intense one is 2503, and this lot number here is 2410. I believe the one that I got in Cairns looks a little bit more like this one here, the less intense. Yeah, so this was $10 Australian in Big W. So when I bought the 2 of them, there were the only 2 of this colorway, and I thought I'd jump at it because I thought it was a good deal. All right, so those are my yarn shopping experiences at Bendigo when I was there for 2 days. So I'm going to shift gears now and talk to you about other things that we did in Bendigo. If you're just sticking around for the yarny goodness, I want to say thank you. If you want to push on because you've got a busy day, I appreciate that you're here up to this point, and I'll see you in the next video. But for those who want to stick around, what did we get up to in Bendigo? Well, I did mention in the front that there was a supposedly haunted hotel that we stayed at. It was called the Shamrock Hotel. It was built in the 1800s. It was changed from a place of exchange. I don't know whether that means it was a monetary exchange from like gold bar or gold to money, but it was labeled an exchange place. And in 1850 something, it changed to a hotel. Each of the rooms were given names of the people in the area who had something to do with Bendigo or the actual hotel itself. Our room that we were shown to and we got was John Crawley. Apparently this is the guy in his bio that I read had helped establish the hotel. And the spooky part of it is that the 4th floor had a lot of paranormal activity that they had shut it down decades ago. I'm not sure exactly when that happened, but the main stairwell that went up all the way to the 4th floor, once you got to the 4th floor area, the landing was kind of all drywalled up, and there was only one metal door to get into the floor area. Now, I have since heard there were stories that some people who have channels on YouTube or are kind of paranormal investigators have paid money to get in there. I haven't seen it myself, but I am interested to find out whether that is true. But apparently the styling and the fashion of all the decor is back when they had sealed it up, so it's a bit of a time capsule. Whether or not that's true, that's yet to be seen, but the story went that there were a few ghosts that sort of lurked around in that floor, and I never saw anything. I didn't even know that it was considered a haunted place when I made the booking. It just rated high up on the list. It got good reviews. I did love the architecture. My favorite thing in the whole of the, I guess, the experience of the architecture was the floor. All these little tiles of earthy colors, I think it's called Victorian design, were in the main foyer, and that was what I was Googling at. I've got a picture of it that I'll add at the end that you'll see. I also have some footage of me showing the area on the fourth floor, how it's kind of all walled up, and it hasn't been attended to, so all of the wallpaper and paint is peeling up there. I also show a little model of the hotel that is on the side room beside the reception center, of what the building looks like. Because it's sort of crowded in with other buildings from the street, you don't see all the lovely facets and design from all angles, but this model showed everything, and it was really neat to see. So I'll include all that footage, and you can get a taste of the hotel and what I'm talking about. We also visited the art gallery there, which is a wonderful building. It has the Greek columns at the front. If I'm not mistaken, it's called the Hellenistic, iconic. It's the flowery version of the pillars. I absolutely loved the building. It looked very stone-like and serious and kind of like old-timey, and that was really neat. Where else did we go? We walked through the park there, as well as visited different restaurants as well. Bendigo is kind of like a multicultural city, so there was lots of different flavors. If you're interested in trying cuisine when you go there, you can find Indian or other Asian cuisine like Chinese. I thought it had a great palate to try. We even tasted the famous vanilla slice. I just got to close that. Vanilla slice, apparently from this one bakery who won awards for doing the Gay Time vanilla slice. The Gay Time flavor is generally a ice cream that you get from a convenience store, and it has, I think it's malt chocolate shavings over, is it coffee and vanilla ice cream? Anyway, so they had created a baked good with all those flavors, and it was decadent, and we loved it. And hooray for giving that the award, because it was so tasty. Did not get a photo of the actual piece that we ate, but I did take a photo of the poster claiming it to be the winner of the award. So I'll add that as well. What else to talk about? Bendigo, I believe, would be a great place to stay for 2 days if you had 2 days to spare, because there's many things to do. And I had driven there with my mum's car, so thanks Mum for loading the car for 4 or 5 days so we could get around. And the next stop we went to from Bendigo was the Dandenong Ranges. So I will save that story for the next video, and I will see you in the next one. Enjoy the clips. Bye for now.